last week, I was at a party where I didn't know anyone, and I saw a girl who was also alone, so I went up to her and introduced myself. And after we shared our names and whatever, I asked her my go-to question when talking to people I don't know, which is, what's a goal you have for 2025? She said, oh, good question. I want to draw more. And I was like, okay. She's a little closed off, a little short answer there. I think she just needs a little more encouragement. So I say, whoa, that's so cool, you're an artist. Tell me more about that. What are you drawing? And after about 10 minutes of trying to be encouraging and inviting and friendly, I learned a lot about her. I learned that she really wants to illustrate children's books, and even though she has a full-time job, she's been illustrating 1 page a week of old folk tales to build a portfolio, which I thought was really cool, and I told her that. But more importantly, I now see that she's open, she's smiling, she's laughing at my jokes. I'm like, oh, this could be someone who I could actually be friends with. And I struggle a lot with making friends, but here in front of me was someone who was receptive to my energy and was an artist, so a win-win. So I'm feeling really good about this moment we're having, and I feel like we're connecting. Then she says, how about you? Great sign, right? But now I have a choice. I can do what I usually do and lie. I can create a fictional character and speak through that person's mouth. But for some reason, I hear my therapist's voice in my head. Tell the truth, be present with people. And my minimal encourager voice was just like, you just wrote a script about how lying was making you feel lonely, so please tell the truth. Okay. So I say, my goal for 2025 is I really want to improve my sleep. So far this year, I've been on a roll. For years, I've slept from 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. And now I finally feel like I've pulled it back to 3 a.m. to 11 a.m. And I feel so much better. And I feel like I'm finally figuring out my life. And I feel amazing and I want it to keep going. And I look back at her and I notice that her face is now a sickly white color. And she shyly strains out, wow, that's so interesting. And then she turns her whole body and starts talking to someone else. It often feels like making friends with a severe mental illness is a lose-lose situation. When I lie, people like me. I get invited to every party, people go out with me on dates, but I make it impossible for any relationship to actually make me happy. And when I tell the truth, I have to face the sting of those same people being horrified by me, which I'm so bad at. For me and for anyone else with a severe mental illness, I think it takes a lot of courage to present ourselves honestly and neutrally to new people when we know it'll probably sting. And all I want to say is, I know it hurts. People act like we're ruining their day when we just talk about our lives normally, and I know it hurts every time. But that sting we feel is proof that we have courage. It's easy to lie, and it's easy to self-isolate. So every time you feel that sting, it's a sign that you did a good job. Wear it with pride. And when we see that sting is a sign that we're getting closer to finding the friends that we're wishing for, I think it changes from a demotivator into a motivator. Keep yourself safe, and I'll see you next time.